All right, we're live here, Lake County's 102.3 XLC. It's Jeff hanging out with you here. So it's no surprise that I'm a big wrestling fan. I think everybody knows that by now. Occasionally I have some people on and we talk about pro wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you'd like to call it, whatever way terminology that you like to use out there. So there's actually something that's happening here right in our backyard here in Lake County. It's actually the third show for All Heel Wrestling. So it's AHW3 happening this Sunday in North Chicago. And I have the commentator for this new indie promotion that's out there, Phil Meyer Sr. Sir, how are you today?
Jeff, what's up, brother? How are you? Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a true honor and a blessing, baby.
Yeah, it's great to have you. So I'm a big supporter of wrestling altogether, especially at the indie level. So All Heel Wrestling, why don't you give us a little bit of background on how you got involved with All Heel Wrestling?
Awesome, man. So look, All Heel Wrestling, AHW. I actually met King Torch at his studio, Neglected Noise, last year. And all my buddies there was like, oh, man, you got to meet Torch. You got to meet Torch. And I'm thinking I had no idea who he was or anything like that. So one day this huge dude with a torch tattoo on the side of his face walks in, and I'm like, yo, somebody owes somebody some money. I know it's not me. And this dude, this giant of a man was like, oh, you must be Phil. I was like, hi. And it was Torch. From there, me and Torch, man, we just kind of clicked back and forth. I was actually on a podcast that day, and, you know, Torch knew how much I like wrestling. He was like, yo, like, you pretty good at this, man. I'm starting up a wrestling company. He was like, I want you to be our voice of violence. Say, yo, I like that. I like that. So that's kind of that's how I fell into All Heel Wrestling, my man.
Okay, excellent. And what's a little bit more background with All Heel Wrestling? Like, what's this promotion about? What sets it apart from other indie promotions that are out there?
Dude, honestly, we got the best of the best, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to sandbag anybody, but we have some phenomenal people. Like we have Vic Capri, who is a phenomenal wrestler, an excellent worker. He's traveled all around the world, and just a monster of a wrestler, sports entertainer, worker, whatever you want to call it. You got somebody like Vic Capri that is just hands down, bar none, one of the best of the best. You also have somebody like Gunnar Wicks. Gunnar is a huge dude that can move very fast. It's certain people where it's like, yo, he can't be that quick being that big. And they are. We have some of the female wrestlers like Raven Radix. That's just, her ring work is bar none. No one can touch her. A phenomenal worker. And one of the things about All Heel Wrestling is everyone is a heel in some way, shape, form, or fashion. If you're not familiar with what a heel is and you're watching the show, heel is the bad guy in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So everyone has their own angle because everyone wants to be the best. And you know what? No, a lot of them are. It's kind of like, you ever see certain wrestling matches where it's like, oh yeah, I know this guy's gonna win or that guy's gonna win, or I know she's gonna win. You see some of these matches and it's kind of like, yo, I don't know who's gonna pull this off. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yo, we have the best of the best. We have some phenomenal people, man. A solid group.
That's great. Yeah, indie wrestling. I mean, I've been going for years. You know, even just going to you know, the bigger promotions and stuff like that. That's how I really got into it. But then finding out about the indies and stuff, you know, like you said, Vic Capri, the Ice Pick, man, it's been a while. I've been watching him, you know, work for quite some time. So this card that you have here for Sunday, why don't you tell us a little bit about the card, maybe some of the matches that we should be looking for and why people should be attending this show?
Okay, so All Heel Wrestling Spring Wreckoning Show 3 is at Paris Banquet Hall in North Chicago, Illinois. So we have a full card. So one of the matches that we have on the card is a death match between Dysfunction and Percy Drews.
Wow.
The death match championship is on the line. Another match that we have lined up is the Change of Fortune Championship between Fletch Malone, the Vape God, and Mateo Valentine. Excuse me, I'm tongue-tied. Now, the beauty with the Change of Fortune Championship, if you watch other promotions, they have the Money in the Bank. And if you're not familiar with the Money in Bank, it's a bit of a ladder match where you climb up, you grab the briefcase and that briefcase is a guaranteed championship match. Well, the Change of Fortune belt is that contract. You are the Change of Fortune Championship, and you can cash in your belt for any title at any point in time whenever you so choose.
Wow.
So you're a champ going for another belt in the process. So it's a phenomenal. These matches are always like you're on pins and needles because like, what's going to happen? What's going on? Okay, mind games. Another match that we have, bro, is our tag team championship match. No disqualifications against the Foleys and the Haters. I'm not sure if you guys have been following these two, but the beef is real. The beef is real, brother. I mean, the beef is real so to the point where one of the Foleys caught one of the Haters in Target, and I can't really go into it because it's still, going in court, but the beef is real, son. The beef is real. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, all heel. You can get it anywhere. It don't matter if it's in church. It don't matter if it's at Target. You can get served. That's just how it goes, brother. And we got a couple other matches. We have a Fatal 4-Way Elimination Women's Championship match. We have the Midwestern Championship with Ricky Reyes versus Vic Capri. And then lastly, we have a 2 out of 3 tables and door match against Gunnar Wicks and Baxter Belafonte. So we got a stacked card, bro. We got a stacked card. Well, I'm sorry. We got another match with Cody James. This is the Midwest Championship #1 contenders match. Cody James, CJ Cole, and Pornstead. That's his name.
Okay.
That's his name, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is a family show, but he goes by Pornstead. And then we have Chucky Bates versus JP, and then the Casting Couch versus NLS and Moondog Murray. It's a stacked card.
Wow,
it's a stacked card.
So what type of crowds can you usually expect at these shows? I mean, this is the third one that you've done. I would imagine these are diehard wrestling fans that come
Absolutely.
out to these.
Absolutely. The type of crowd that we get is just purebred wrestling fans, people that just all out love wrestling. I mean, we've had, and you'd be surprised, it's such a mixed bag. We've had women there as old as 80 years old that just love wrestling. Oh, it's a show? I'm going. All the way down to a kid, a 5-year-old kid that just loves wrestling. But, like my son will be there. My son goes to every show with me, and he was born and bred into wrestling with me, So you get fans of all kinds, brother, all kinds.
Oh, it's usually the 80-year-old ladies who are the most entertaining and who are usually given, all the grief to the wrestlers for the most part. They're the most vocal out of anybody.
Yeah.
And the 5-year-olds too. That's who you.
Oh yeah.
On those levels, that's who you have to watch out for. The older people and then the real young ones. Those are the ones that really get into it.
Oh yeah. And then the crazy thing with some of these younger wrestling fans, like some of these kids, you look at just how like they do these moves just like that. Like like, oh, RKO out of nowhere. It's like, yo, wait, hold on, man. Like, I'm dad. You ain't supposed to be RKOing me. I'm supposed to RKO you, or you look at some of them and you can just see their energy and their passion for it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Where some people look at other sports, and this is where I say wrestling is above anything else. You look at basketball season, just that season. Same with football, same with baseball, same with any other sport. Wrestling is year-round. These wrestlers, this is what they do, 365, constantly. We've had wrestlers, the last show, Mateo Valentine left our show and then had to travel all the way to Green Bay, Wisconsin for another show. So he literally left, got in the car, and hey, nice meeting everybody, and he took off to go to the next show. This is what they do. There is no time off for professional wrestlers. They stand the test of time. And at the end of the day, you look at all these other big time superstars, LeBron James and Aaron Rodgers, they want to be professional wrestlers at the end of the day. They want to. They
True.
want that swagger. They want that swagger of like a Ric Flair. They want that longevity of like an Undertaker. They want that legend ability like a Vic Capri. They want that. It's what it is.
I'm here talking with Phil Myers Sr. He is from All Heel Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
AHW3 is happening this Sunday out in North Chicago. Now, Phil, if somebody wants to make it out to the show, how can they make that happen?
So you can go to shop/All Heel Wrestling and get your ticket. Pre-order tickets are $15, $20 at the door. Save yourself a couple dollars. Get your tickets ahead of time. $20 at the door. May 1st, Paris Banquet Hall. You can follow me on social media. I have the information plastered all over my page. Same as King Torch, who is Brad Walker. Sorry for calling you by your real name, bro. But yeah,
you're breaking kayfabe.
No, I mean King Torch, King Torch. But yeah, we have all that information all over. Or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, All Heel Wrestling. You can get information for the tickets and buy it right there.
Okay, and Phil, just to plug, what's your social media as well, where people can follow you?
My social media is Phil Myers Sr. at Facebook. Excuse me, No Chill with Phil on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow me on MySpace. I have a Farmers Only page, a Christian mingle for the ladies. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah, you can follow me anywhere, man. I'm not hard to find.
Good deal. Well, it's real exciting, man. I'm excited that this is something that's happening in Lake County because we haven't had much wrestling really up here at all. I'm traveling to the western suburbs, to the city, sometimes over the border in order to catch my indie wrestling fix. But now it's like 15 minutes from home, man. So I'm going to see you this Sunday.
Brother, we're looking forward to having We're looking forward to having, and bro, honestly, do you remember when they came to the Waukegan campus some years ago? Late 80s.
No. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in the south suburbs.
Oh, okay.
So anything I would see probably would have been in Indiana at that point in time.
I got it. Okay. Yeah. There was a time where when we were kids, I want to say I was about 5 or 6 years old. Waukegan campus on Washington. Not the Brookside campus, the one on Washington and Jackson. There were wrestlers here. They had Jake the Snake, Coco Beware, Junkyard Dog. I want to say the Steiner Brothers. I have memories of this because if you remember, if you're familiar with the Waukegan Center, the gym, it has kind of like that arena seating.
Yeah.
And I remember that as a kid. So it's kind of full circle for me because now I can take my son to these events and he's like, oh man, like, yo, I love Fletcher Malone, or yo, man, like, Dad, I didn't realize Gunner was so big, or man, I didn't realize Dysfunction was like that solid. It goes full circle, brother. So yeah, Paris Banquet Hall, North Chicago, May 1st. Doors open at 1, bell at 2. I am the voice of violence, Phil Myers Sr. Get your tickets in advance. Jeff has his ticket. Why don't you have yours? Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Well, it's going to be a good time. If you like professional wrestling, if you enjoy it like Phil and I do, I mean, you need to be there. So support the indies. That's what it's all about. Phil, I appreciate you taking so much time out of your busy schedule here to talk to us. And I will see you on Sunday, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday.
Sounds good. We'll see you then.